Hi everyone.
Hello, Emmy.
I hear an echo. No, I don't.
Okay, we are live. Can somebody put in the main chat that we are playing? Thank you, Connor.
No problem.
Bronx, please stop growling. Please stop growling, Bronx. He's gonna bark the second I change it. There is no way around this. What are you doing? I didn't click on that. Ah. Okay, and I'm about to make the switch. Hey everybody, welcome to the Sunken World Saga. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live stream where we play with 4 different player characters. Each of them we play with 4 different groups of 4 player characters. That is what I was trying to say. We have 8 players playing 2 characters split across our 4 groups. They are tonight. Hi, this is the Sunken World Saga. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play live stream where we have 4 groups of 4 different player characters. We have a total of 8 players split across these 4 groups, each of them playing 2 characters. Tonight we return to the adventures of the A-Team. The A-Team, everyone. It's the A-Team. And they are a group of, I wanted to say ne'er-do-wells, but they do pretty well. And I'm going to have them all introduce themselves, and then in just a second, we will begin playing. Unfortunately, the person who would usually be going first in our introduction is just going to be a little bit late tonight. So I will be giving the introduction for Ash, the halfling warlock. A sprite, bright little fellow, also known as the Flaming Boy. Following Ash, we have Arden.
Hi, I'm Logan Back. I play Arden. He wakes up every day and chooses violence.
That he does. Following Arden, we have Aster.
Hi, I am Connor Tolles. I play Aster Snowborn, and he's a little kooky, but you gotta love him.
Okay, and after Aster, we have Adira.
Hi, I'm Emmy, and I play Adira Signoya, the cleric paladin of the group.
Okay, and now for a quick recap. The A-Team has had a very, very rocky adventure. Doing as much as fighting a cannibal wizard to helping a giant find his final rest, to meeting a friend of a phoenix, much like Ash, the small halfling warlock, to meeting a fox spirit in a cave. But now they find themselves in Seldamus, the capital of the Hallandor Empire. Here they have found themselves because they are going for revenge. That's a really bad, poorly constructed sentence. Going for revenge. The A-team have chased down Sacerdos, a priest of Dior, the patron chief, the patriarch god of the Hallandor Empire religion. He stole something from a temple that the party entered to protect, a chalice that, when a potion is brewed in it, can kill gods. The party have chased him down, but decided to stop in the Flamingo Tower, in the center of the city of Seldamus, to visit an enchanter who made the enchantment that is in Arden's sword, Montoya. Entering there, they met Ocumenus, a dwarven wizard, and also a half-elf wizard named Caladrius, and a human wizard named Yuyan. And that is where we will jump back in, with you all having had a few soft pleasantries scattered about, and having proven that you can do magic, mainly in the form of Misty Step. And we are in Dungeons & Dragons mode.
Yeah, Adira is blushing and looking away from Yuyan.
So, what other magic stuff can you do, sir?
I can do a fair amount. I most of what I could do that I'd be willing to expend, I think, you've likely already seen. I can turn you into a duck.
Whoa, really?
Sure.
I can turn myself into a duck.
Can you turn someone else into one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can. I think. Hold on.
Adira locks eyes with Aster and shakes her head violently.
What?
You keep changing people into animals without their permission. I am not giving you permission to turn me into a duck.
Oh. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Arden?
No, don't even think about it.
Don't understand why you guys don't like being animals. It's honestly very, very comforting, very relaxing.
Right, I mean, you can turn me into a duck. That's alright. Yuyan says, and she takes a big gulp of her spiked tea.
Oh, really? I'm gonna cast Polymorph on Yuyan.
And Yuyan becomes one of those ducks that's like a drawing of a duck, you know, where they're like white with a big yellow beak. Spark makes a roll to see if Spark falls in love.
Join the party, Spark.
But she just sits, and then you see her do like one of those office toys where it's a duck that or a bird that dips into a little thing of liquid. She does like that, but with her tea rum. Impressive. Would you mind turning her back?
Oh, I look at Duck Yuyan, and I say, "Do you want to come back?" Okay. Yes or no?
I mean, it's a duck.
and I snap my fingers, and Yuyan turns back into Yuyan.
Yeah, and Yuyan is standing there all Yuyan-esque. Oh! Oh, it's been a while since somebody else has turned me into something. It's strange. Thank you for turning me back. I like having all of my parts where I remember them.
Isn't it kind of relaxing, though? Just, not worrying about human things.
Oh, I still worry about him.
Hmm.
I sat there and I thought, oh, docs can't get on we. But sure enough, I did. I'm sorry. You all did have a reason for coming here. I feel as if I've sort of run over it. I enjoy conversation, and I surely don't mean to rush you. But what was it that brought her here?
Oh, well, you did such grand work on this sword. I figured I must have a matching piece for it. I have this dagger, quite well crafted. I was looking for an enchantment of a similar caliber. And of course, having you recommended, we came here. And this has been quite pleasant. Don't get me wrong. I love this sitting around and chatting. It's the first real true break I think we've had in quite a while.
Oh, yes, I'll be honest, I won't be doing work at the moment. I could do some later in the day. An enchantment on a dagger. It wouldn't take too long or too many materials. I suppose that I could do it for 800 gold.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
Well, sure. What sort of thing are you interested in?
What would you recommend? I have ideas, but I don't know how viable they are.
Well, you've got a beautiful sword that can act independently of you. What if your dagger was a bit of flair? Perhaps they think that, it's going to go so far away from our duelist here, just like his sword. Your enemy, that is. And so when you toss the dagger aside, they think, certainly, that's going to stay where it is, like a normal dagger, but then it comes back to you.
Ocumenus, sir. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Very well, then I shall begin. Do you mind if I have the dagger?
Of course, and I pull it out and hand it to him.
Oh, this is not very good. Is this the dagger that you'd like to have improved? I suppose I can do it, but...
I have a kind of sharper dagger. If you wanted to use that one, that you could have. Pardon?
My dagger's a +2.
Oh,
My dagger's pretty sharp.
Oh, I did not know that. This is actually I was looking at the blunt side.
Yeah, you were looking at the pommel.
I was looking at the pommel. You know what? It's not very balanced. I'm gonna take a little bit of the weight of the pommel.
Yeah, it's not quite balanced, and I mean, quite honestly, it's not that pretty.
I'll pretty it up for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Do you like pink? Any kind of says that pointedly.
Maybe like not quite as bright, like a more toned down. Something that would go with my exactly.
Very well. I can change the crossguard out. I've got a bit of staghorn. I feel as if that would really spruce it up.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Well, good. We'll call it 800 gold then.
Of course.
Great. Okay. I apologize for talking business, but
I start counting out the gold. Here you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything else that brought you all to the city? And Caladrius smiles and says, As I imagine you've come here seeking fortune or great events that can put a roof over your heads. That's what I remember, at least.
It's always primarily conflict that drives an adventurer's life, I think. We're mostly here, make more gold, get more stories. Don't know where we'll go after this. Don't really know that we have a plan.
Nothing specific. Who is that? Nothing specific.
Not that I know we've truly talked it over.
No, there's nothing specific.
Well, perhaps when you come by for the dagger, I could have an errand you could run for me.
That would be reasonable. We don't really have much going on after our business here is concluded.
Aren't we looking for that priest or something?
Oh,
That's
yes,
more of a side.
yes, that's... Well, he's just someone we're going to visit, that's all.
Oh, which of these gods? Which of these gods for these folk here is it?
Dayor.
Then you'll be wanting to go to Skygate, the temple in the center of the city. It's not a far jump from here. It's the other tower that you can see from right outside.
Okay.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump, frankly.
Perfect.
It's not very full today. The priest might not be there. If he's a junior priest. Most of the younger priests, the lower rankings, have, there's a festival in the outlying farms, and Dayor is a very important part of it, so many of them have gone out to look it over.
There's a festival today?
It's not a celebration, exactly. It's more of a mass offering. None of you seem to be from Hallandor. I'll admit I don't pay much attention to it myself. Caladris, you grew up here. What is it to? And he looks at Caladris, and Caladris kind of looks at him and goes, well, I grew up in the north of Hallandor, so it was slightly different, but it's the equinox tomorrow. It's a very important day for farming. It's similar to the solstice, but the idea is that we don't know what the sky will look like in the winter. And I suppose that that's truer now than it has ever been before. But you all are not interested in that. It is a chance to offer part of what has been grown back to Dayor, so that come spring the sky will be as it should be. And again, now more than ever, we truly do need all the help we can get, it seems, with the sky.
But wait, what's the ritual tomorrow?
Oh, it's today. It's likely already started. It's priests of Dayor go from farm to farm, and as a family has given something to the priest, they will go to a decided upon location. I believe for these folks here, it is there's a stream. The priests will arrive after the villagers, the farmers, laborers have built a great brazier, and all of the food will be burned. And the priests will eat a small amount, but the farmers will eat nothing until they wake tomorrow.
That seems unfair.
Yeah, like what if the farmers get hungry?
It's
Aye.
typically these sort of fasts are in reverence towards the gods. It's not. They do get to eat today, so they probably ate a lot. It's something that they prepare for.
Exactly. Although, I happen to agree. Not very fair. I can't imagine going to sleep without, I don't know, a bit of bread in the last hour I'm awake.
Sounds like you led a kind of cushy life.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
mean my entire life, I mean now.
Yeah,
I saw my share of adventures.
I've had to go to sleep multiple times growing up without, bite to eat before bed. I just mean it's unfair to,
That
they
the
don't
priests-
get to, but the priests are just like chowing down in front of them.
Well, the idea is that the priests divine the gods' will and speak on their behalf. Archimedes can testify, I did not spend much time worshipping as a boy. And Archimedes is just nodding as he takes a long, long breath from his pipe. Most of Caladrius's time as a little boy was spent studying with me. Although by a very young age I had very little left to teach you. Caladrius's father was my teacher, and he was perhaps the greatest magician I've ever seen. It seems Caladrius inherited his knack. But, like I said, not much of the free time I had was spent in temples. That came later. Everybody just sits for a second, sips a little tea.
Do you mind if I ask what's in that pipe?
Oh, it's a bit of poppy.
Did you say poppy?
Poppy. It's a very nice plant. It calms the nerves.
I like that.
Could I roll a medicine check to see if I know what it does?
Sure, as I Google the effects of smoking opium on another screen.
Doesn't poppy make
23.
you tired?
It might.
Could I make a privilege check to see if I know anyone that's smoked opium before?
Make a privilege check to see if you've smoked finer opium.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Adira knows, as Arden makes his privileged boy check, his daddy's fancy boy check.
What do I
not
add to
really.
a privilege check?
I think you would just make a straight roll.
Yeah, add your proficiency.
Yeah, straight roll plus proficiency.
That's an 8.
All right. No, you know what it is, but you can't really tell the quality. Adira, what you know is basically it slows down the messages that your brain is able to send.
And I know what opium does myself, so I just
I know, but I just looked that up and thought it was a good way to explain it. So I was
Okay.
that's what Adira knows.
All right.
I like flowers. Do you mind if?
Oh, if you would like to, sure, certainly. And he gets up.
Adira again locks eyes with Aster and shakes her head.
I'm gonna roll to see if I still do it or not.
Do it.
All right.
And then you have Aster on your other shoulder just chanting, do, or Ash on your other shoulder just chanting, do it, do it.
All right.
No, that's not Ash. That's me.
Okay.
All right. If it's an even number, no, I'm gonna roll a d6. If it's 1 to 3, it's a no. If it's a 4 to 6, it's a yes.
Absolutely a yes.
Aster just doesn't even see you make eye contact with him.
So I guess I'll reach out and
You take a drag, and you will automatically fail your next wisdom saving throw.
Oh
no.
But you'll automatically succeed on your next charisma saving throw, as you will not get in your own way.
Cool.
I don't want it to be a weird dare counselor, so there you go, balance.
Whoa, that makes you feel a little funny.
I certainly does. Do you mind if I have it back?
Oh, yeah. Didn't even realize I was still holding it. My bad.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. Thank you.
I'm gonna druid craft a flower crown for everybody while I'm just sitting there watching them bloom.
Oh, are we at Coachella now?
Are they of poppies?
I don't know. Do I have would it? I feel like in this moment, Aster definitely would make each flower crown from his mystery pouch of seeds.
Sure, and Adira's are specifically poppies.
Here.
Kira just sighs but still puts it on.
As a show, thank you for letting me partake in this new experience. And I hand, oh god, I can't remember his name now.
Ocumenus.
Ocumenus.
What did you say, Ash?
Oh, no, it just feels accurate that he couldn't remember his name all of a sudden.
Thank you for the new experience, Ocumenus. And I hand him the flower crown.
Thank you. And he puts it on. And he kind of turns when he does, like away, and then he turns back a little bit towards Aster and Ash, and he goes, how does it look?
That
Absolutely.
was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
He just gives you a smile and a quick nod, and then he goes back to sit and smokes as he goes. The three wizards that you were speaking to, they seem everybody. No, not everybody. Arden and Adira, since you are the most practiced in etiquette. Make a insight check, both of you.
20.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, pretty good insight checks. You all identify that they are kind of avoiding talking about anything too interesting from this point forward. Like, if they're asked about something, they'll give you an answer, and they'll answer honestly. But they maybe have something to talk about. Specifically, Caladrius and Yuyan seem to have something that they need to discuss. So they are not they're not really picking at you anymore. How long does everybody want to stay for some pleasant company and tea?
Adira would like to stay in the presence of Yuyan as long as possible.
I want Ash to. Oh, also, first of all, I forgot to ask. Did you want? Are we doing that chess thing, or is that later?
That's later.
Okay, cool. Sorry. I wasn't sure if I was playing with Caladrius. I didn't know. Ash is gonna be like, so like you're all wizards and stuff, right? Or is this just like? Sorry, is that like rude to assume that everyone in a wizard tower is like a wizard?
No, I mean, Archimedes taught Caladrius, Caladrius taught me.
So like, what do y'all like specialize in? Because I feel like that's like the whole thing about wizards, right? Is like you're all like really good at certain things.
Archimedes kind of finishes a drag and says, "Well, I'm an enchanter, as you might have gathered." And Yuyan kind of just shrugs her shoulders and says, it's mainly transmutation stuff for me. I like evoking a bit here and there." And Caladrius kind of just sits for a second and says, "Illusion."
Ash knows what some of those things mean. Wow.
Yeah, Ash knows what all of those mean.
Yeah, I don't have like a school of magic or anything like that, but you know, it all seems really cool. I don't really know how to like change things into other things, like the transmutation stuff, but I've been trying to practice. It seems like it would be a really useful skill.
Oh, well, sure, it's quite a bit useful, I find. I mean, you know, you shouldn't lock yourself into anything. I like to do illusions and enchantments and evoking, like I said.
You seem really cool at like at like magics in general, and
What's that?
I don't really know that much about magic. So, does anybody know anything more? And he like looks over at Adira. Ash is a little nervous.
Adira's just been staring at you, Jan, and has completely blanked that entire conversation.
Caladrius
What?
leans forward. Oh, sorry.
But you can go ahead.
No. What does Adira say?
No, she just says what. That's all.
Caladrius kind of leans forward and sets his teacup down. And he says, "Well, there's always something to learn with magic. Like Yuyan said, you don't want to focus too much on anything. A specialty is good, but you can over-specialize. Find yourself lost. Do you mind if I ask you something? Ash?"
Who are you looking at?
He's talking to you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Has Spark been out at all since you've gotten into the tower, the Flamingo Tower?
I don't know. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check and see. I think he has been.
Okay. He kind of points at Spark and he says, "What is your bird's name?"
Oh, this is Spark.
Right. Spark is a phoenix, is he not?
Nope. He's a bird.
Make a deception check.
To be fair, also, he is a phoenix is still a bird, so he wasn't lying.
I guess. Oh, well, my mistake.
What's a phoenix anyway?
They are creatures of rebirth. They are birds that can burst into flames and seem to die, but rise from the ashes of their own private fire. They carry a great significance in the structure of our world. They're a bridge between the mortal plane and the gods. And he kind of like motions with his hands when he says the gods. They're very powerful. I've only seen one, and it was from a great distance. So I apologize. I thought that might be a baby. But he is very cute.
Isn't he? He's just the best, and he's gonna scritch the chin. So there. Wait, what are these phoenix sticks? Maybe we should like get a book about them. They sound really interesting. What?
You won't find much that isn't apocryphal about phoenixes. Unfortunately, they are real. I can attest to it. I've seen one. But they are almost as if elemental fire came to life and decided simply to be something as free and powerful as fire itself.
Very cool. And he looks over at Sparks and like, if only you were a phoenix, you'd be super powerful and free like fire, but you're not.
Well,
If you all are waiting for Achaemenes to tell you to get out of his house, he isn't going to. He's very polite.
Very chill.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably go look for that priest at some point, right?
Yeah. I think our business here has been concluded. This was quite pleasant. Always great to find good company where you least expect it. We should be getting out of your hair.
Do you guys have like can we write you letters? Do you guys want to be pen pals? And he kind of looks over at you, Young.
Oh, yeah. I've got addresses all over, so... little hovels that technically have my name on them.
I don't have a phone,
Cool.
and I never did. But I'll write you letters if you want to.
Sure. Right one to, just put... Just put Willow on a letter and send it to the gate. And if you give that to a courier in the Hallandor Empire, it'll get to me eventually.
Right. And Ash writes all that down.
Alright.
Ash, we know you. Out of character, we know you can't read. Can you write?
You can read.
I thought the whole thing was that you couldn't read.
No,
He
Ash
made
can
jokes
read.
that he couldn't read, but he can.
No. Okay. Okay.
Ash isn't like reading novels or anything. He's not like formally educated, but like he can read.
Oh.
Read
can't.
better, but it was like
He can
fifth
read,
grade level.
he just doesn't read.
He just- okay.
It's a choice.
Okay. My apologies.
Yeah, no worries. But, it's not that I have a 4 intelligence. I'm not like a bat.
Cool. Archimedes, I do have one final question for you before we go, though. Do you have any, like, just purely for show type enchantment things, like anything just to make stuff look prettier as we go? I like to leave things nicer than the way I found them.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, wait, isn't persuasion charisma? Oh, you said saving throw, not checks. Dang it.
Hey, what if you were just like, hey, Caladrius, be unquestionably morally upright. And then I was like, well, fuck, I really backed myself into a corner with this opium.
All right. Did I click? Oh, 5.
Nothing I would be willing to part with for free.
I
As
went.
as Caladrius loves to remind me, and Caladrius says, all labor is entitled to payment.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't meaning like for free. I meant like, is there anything I could commission, as my friend is, or have laying on hand?
Well, what sort of it? What do you mean by leave something prettier?
Well, and I've druid craft another flower. I like to make flowers for people. Just maybe there's like a way that I could do something like this on like a bigger scale, like just maybe like once a day I could make just like a little garden of flowers bloom or something, just like real quick. Maybe change the color of something. I don't know.
Sure, let's call that 1,200 gold. It's a very powerful enchantment, indeed.
You don't have any like small little party trick kind of thing.
I mean, I suppose I could. I'll surprise you. Let's say something in the range of 400 gold.
Oh yeah, that is. I can do that.
All right. Well, very good. Now.
All right, we gotta get going though. It was really lovely to meet all of you, and we'll write and we'll keep in touch. And I guess we'll come see the thing later.
Sure.
Get your stagger.
Ideally, this could become some kind of patronage. Should I need any more enchantments?
Of course. All right then. Don't forget the willow at the gate. Caladrius just sort of lifts his tea and tips his head. And we flash across the city. What do you all talk about as you go?
How cool Yanyu was.
Yuyan.
Sorry, Yan was.
Adira, every sentence keeps adding, and she was so pretty.
That Caladrius, man, that's quite handsome.
I didn't like how he was asking about Spark, though.
You handled it pretty well, though. I don't think he could tell.
Yeah, I just, I don't. It's like I know that phoenixes are rare and all that, and I don't know, like wizards are just. They might be. I don't want anybody to like hurt Spark. I don't know if there's like valuable things that people like him can get from a wizard.
Yeah, there could be some freaky wizards that are more focused on the components of something rather than the actual thing.
Exactly. Oh, should we turn in those things that we found? And Ash gives a very severe look to Arden.
What things?
And I'm gonna sleight of hand to like take the skins with the tattoo on them out of his bag.
Oh, those
Without
things.
anyone else. Oh, everyone sees.
All right. Yep. You all see as Ash takes a little bit of skin out of Arden's bag.
I think Aster's probably too distracted to notice. He's chasing invisible butterflies through the air right now. That opium is really hitting him hard. He's like,
Gotcha. So you all see these skins get passed. Is there any reaction?
I don't remember. Did I see it happen?
I don't believe you did.
Jesus Christ, what is that?
Oh, sorry. Kind of didn't want you to see that.
It's
We thought we might be
skin.
able to get some gold if we showed them that we found like some scouts from the Dalroyath army. So we didn't think bringing the whole body would be fun, but
Identifying markers, you know.
yeah, they all had tattoos. So Ash kind of like grimace smiles.
Okay. That's pretty smart.
Oh, okay. Well, if we knew that you were on board, we would have asked to help cut the tattoos.
I wouldn't, no.
I wouldn't know.
I heal you guys. And then I hurt the bad people. That's not my thing.
I mean, this
Well,
is
I mean, yeah.
To just the cut skin.
The hammer probably wouldn't have been ideal anyway.
Honestly, I Dalroyath deserve it, so I'd have helped.
we should check out that Garden of Glass too. I remember they mentioned it when we first got there, and it sounded really nice.
Pardon?
The Garden of Glass, was that something, Ben?
Garden of Glass is what the Druid tombstone mentioned that they were looking for.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
The
That-
Garden of Glass.
I did want to double check that spot where we did find the stuff. That was the Garden of Glass, correct? Or is that just like another stop on the way to the Garden of Glass?
It was a resting site for some druids that said that they were looking for the Garden of Glass.
Okay, so we still haven't found it yet.
You have not found anything that would seem to be the Garden of Glass.
Okay, cool.
So do you want to turn in these cuts of skin that you got?
Yeah.
All right. You go to a map that totally exists because I remembered this, and there's a dwarf behind a counter, and this is I don't know. Where do you all look for to go to turn in skin?
Probably like a
Guard tower.
yeah, like probably
Some kind of military.
yeah,
Okay.
like wherever the military is here.
Gotcha. Then you go to a barrack that has a guard tower next to it. You walk in, and there's a dwarf legionnaire behind a desk writing in a large tome. What's that?
Hey, we just got into town. We were traveling, and we kind of got attacked by a few people on the road. And now don't be grossed out, but we did kill them, and
Dalroyath people.
these,
Specifically.
yeah, they were those close. And then we took these off of them, and I'll pull up this the bundle of skins.
Right. This looks like tattoos that would be pretty common in Dalroyath, so why did you cut them off?
Oh, because they were scouts. They were like really strong, and they were like pretty far in past the
Yeah.
Hallandor border.
Some form of forward scouting party, ideally to either discover weaknesses in Hallandor or to, cause chaos.
Adira's gonna do a thing where she just completely describes what the men looked like in the most basic of terms to the guardsmen.
Right. Well, I can say that it sounds like you got into a real scrap with them. So I won't be arresting you.
Well, they attacked us first.
Oh, right. And I'll send a couple of lads to check out where it was. See if, maybe keep watch on the spot, see if some other scouts come looking for them. And, I don't know. I guess, in the event that you hear that maybe, defenses have been bolstered because of Dalroyath, the invasion coming in and we knew about it, why don't you come back here for 5 gold and here you go. And he takes out 5 gold and he tosses it across the table.
Nice.
Fair.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right. Well, hopefully hopefully we helped. Have a good day.
You're all right. And you all leave. Do you all talk about anything else while you make your way to the tower?
The skin was just on his desk
Yeah.
in a pile.
I mean, at this point, it's probably like a little dried.
Yeah.
Which, now that I think about it, probably sounds way worse.
Okay, I'm gonna take the skin off of my items.
Probably smells even worse.
Yeah,
Pretty sure we wrapped it in like cloth first.
Yeah.
Tied that.
probably.
So, all right, but I wanted to talk about a few of these other things that we found, right? Like when we were searching, when we were doing the temple thing, and we were clearing that temple out. Ash pulls out those papers that had all of those locations listed on them. It was like, so these places, like, I feel like we're just getting a lot of stuff where it's like gods and like what that guy was talking about with Spark. It kind of like wigged me out because we're dealing with a lot of like gods and murdering gods and like mortality and gods, and these are apparently all the locations where like spirits and gods and stuff died.
I'm back.
So what do we want to do about this? This feels like it's really big, and it feels a little bit beyond like our scope, if I'm being honest.
Perhaps one of these gods, if we research them, they might be a druidic god. So perhaps we could find the Garden of Glass, like you were saying earlier.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because was it not a sort of burial ground?
Was it not a burial ground?
The spot that you found the note about the Garden of Glass was a burial ground.
Okay.
The Garden of Glass was described by me to Aster, and likely by Aster to you all if Aster decided to share it, is the very first garden.
Okay.
And Aster also told you guys that the reason I like initially left, because when we were at that burial site, the reason I left my druid village is because I had a vision that I would be the one to find it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And perhaps, and like your phoenix, perhaps it's a sort of area where death equals rebirth.
Ooh.
If it does have something to do with death, the Night Wolf would definitely be someone to turn to for answers. Never really talked back to me, but I could always send him another prayer. Maybe he can send us the sign or something.
You all come to a beautiful pair of trees. One autumn leaves. It's sort of deciduous. It's very familiar to you, Arden. You're the most familiar with trees like this, and Ash, you too. And then you see some trees that are from the islands scattered beyond the Spicer coast, which is a beautiful sight. And you see large sort of stone caskets, almost, offering trays. You see a few people going up the stairs, a few coming down to enter Skygate Temple.
Okay. This is really pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
There are flowers on the trees?
No, the one to the right is blossoms, not flowers.
Are there any like acorns on the ground?
There's some acorns.
I want to pick one up and give it to Aster. And it's like, can you druid craft this
I could try.
into a tree? Like, is that something that you can do?
I mean, I could probably get the tree started, but I
Oh.
don't think it might be like a full tree right off the bat. But
I was hoping you could like get a handful of them and druid craft them and throw full trees at people, but I don't know the limits.
That sounds like a cool idea. Let me try it. I'm gonna scoop up some of the other acorns on the ground. I'll look around for the spot with the least amount of people. I'm just gonna toss them, and as I toss them, I'm gonna make a ball of druidcraft in my hand. Ugh. What happens?
You throw it down, and it has become. I mean, it's like a cracked acorn. You can see
For
a little,
sapling.
you can see the tiniest bit of green inside of it, but it's not in the ground.
Damn.
Would have been cool though.
Would have been very cool. Oh well.
Wonder if I were to just, like, when I find a spot to like live, if I were just, every hour cast druidcraft on it a little bit, if it would just grow a little bit more and more.
That's a thought. That's something to experiment with.
I'm gonna put some of the acorns in my mystery pouch
Okay.
because they're really pretty.
So the Skygate Temple is just this massive tower. It looks like it goes about 5 stories up, so it's not as tall as the Flamingo Tower, but it is much, much wider. The diameter is much bigger. It's almost like it's like the same size or larger as that big Colosseum you saw in Lyserae to the south. It is very, very big. Why have you all surrounded this man?
I like
didn't even realize.
went up to join Ash, and then everyone else joined in. So
Ash ran up to like peer over the ledge here, and
Yeah, you see a bunch of pickles in the collection box.
I'm so sorry. You see a bunch of what?
Pickles.
Okay.
They're pickles.
is this guy looking?
Yeah, he's looking at you all. He is sitting down on the stairs, looking around at you all.
I've got another question about the pickles. Have they already been pickled in a jar and then taken out and put into this bin loosely?
It's more.
Or are
That's what I was
cucumbers?
wondering.
No,
Are they cucumbers or are they pickles?
They are pickles, and they're just lying around on a big blanket in that altar.
This is a land of magic, and you guys are questioning that there's a bucket of pickles?
No, it's a fair question.
Pickles, sir. Ash, when everyone else is distracting this guy, leans over to Spark and is like, "Go grab us a pickle, yeah."
And Spark flutters down, grabs a pickle, flutters back up. He's got a pickle for you.
Thanks, and I crack it in half and I give him half the pickle.
Definitely a good idea to steal from a god before you walk into his temple.
Ash doesn't know that.
I'm giving this guy a flower. I'm just gonna druidcraft him a flower.
To be fair,
Thank you.
we're gonna try to murder everyone in this temple.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair.
All right. So there's a temple. There's a door.
So, question: is this like a moat, or is that just like?
That is just the floor. It's purple.
Oh, okay.
That's just
I
like,
didn't-
it's like big marble, but it is colored purple.
I don't think Ash is hiding that he's eating the pickle. I think he's just walking up, munching on a pickle,
Sure.
and he's gonna walk up to the door and just like knock on the door.
Oh, the door is open. I apologize. So the tower is this beautiful structure. Sorry, I got sidetracked. That you
No worries.
see has these large divots. It almost looks like one of the columns that you have seen outside of state buildings around Hallandor, but it isn't like uniform all the way up. Instead, there are different designs, and you see these scenes of this large bearded man wearing one of the togas that Hallandorians used to wear much more often, but are now mostly worn for important events, statewide functions, coming of age ceremonies, that sort of thing. And you see him sort of like thrashing monsters or other massive, powerful things. You see him moving clouds. You see him pouring rain from a cloth that like he's wringing out. You see him doing a great deal of business up it. But then you also see what seem to be like saints of Dior. And the doors are open. They are large. They seem to be made out of like a shining onyx.
I lean over to Adira and I point at the one where he's wringing out the towel and I say, "Do you think that was like his sweat towel? Like he was working out and it got like too wet?"
I doubt it.
Hmm.
Do you want it to be his sweat towel?
No, I was just gonna think that that's weird that they worship the rain when the rain was just his sweat. Been kind of gross, actually.
Okay.
Ew.
All right, well now let's move
Sorry,
past.
you all step inside the Temple of Dior. I was muted. And you see that there is a massive hole in the ceiling that sheds light inside. You can smell sort of like dried rain. You see there is a priest speaking softly, and as you pass between pews, you realize that the room is actually designed with small divots in the floor that seem to carry sound all the way to each of the pews and the area around them.
Hey Ash, go higher up in the divot. I'm gonna whisper on this end and see if you can hear me.
Okay.
Ash, can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
Yeah, you can.
Weird.
Arden, make a perception check. Okay. Arden, you notice that as soon as Ash takes his position and seems to whisper something, you notice a priest that is standing against the door, or standing against the wall off to the side, just sort of slowly turns and looks at Aster. Aster, please make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Which I immediately fail.
Oh, that's right. You just failed. Okay.
No, wait. It was a wisdom check because with
No,
the
it's wisdom
charisma.
saving throw.
Saving
Is
throw.
it a saving throw? Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
Next
check.
charisma saving throw will be a success, but the wisdom saving throw is a failure. Okay.
Which sucks because wisdom is what I'm proficient in, and I have blessing to that.
Oh yeah, that's why he had. I remember. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought it was the skill checks and not the saving throws. I got it backwards.
It's all right.
So what happens?
Nothing.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, what is Aster thinking about?
I mean, right now I'm probably still thinking about if the rain was sweat.
Okay. What is Aster thinking about deeper?
I don't know. Man, whatever I smoked back there is really hitting weird.
Okay. At some point in Aster's mind, why he is here is definitely probably going to come up, though. Reasonably.
I don't know. Aster kind of.
I don't think Aster and
why we're
Reasonably
here.
go together.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you all are sort of going around, this
Also,
priest-
I'm still thinking about if I could make that tree grow in my front yard. If day by day I
He's just going through a list of things. The guy's getting increasingly more like,
if I threw a bunch of acorns I wonder if I could bolster Druidcraft and make it where I could throw trees.
And by this point, the priest has walked over to you. The priests all wear these sort of long white robes, like sort of monastic robes, but it seems like there's a little bit more of like rigid material in it. But you notice that they have these sort of blue, almost capes connected by a fake golden rope. You see that the sort of younger members or junior members wear hoods, and they each have sort of fashioned on their chest a cloud symbol. And this guy comes over and he looks at you. Pardon me. Are you here to worship, or are you looking for someone?
Honestly, I mean, I'm not here to worship, so I guess I'm looking for somebody. Those are my only two options.
Why don't you come with me? I can fetch a priest whose specialty is showing you non-believers around the tower, ensuring that you can speak to the priest that you would like to see while not seeing anything that is not meant for the eyes of those who do not.
Yeah, I think
follow
when
the
I
faith.
saw his robes, I probably would have immediately thought of the guy.
Yeah, Sazar does.
Yeah.
Please come with me.
Okay. I follow him.
You may invite your friends. I'm happy to help.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh yeah, I always forget. Hey guys, this guy's being really helpful.
I'll just text you.
Oh.
And he leads you up to this door in the corner.
I think Adir and Arden probably just share a glance.
Yeah.
And he opens the door and he kind of smiles and he says, "Through here."
All right, and I just walk in.
All right, do the rest of you.
Yes.
Esther's like, man, this guy's nice.
All right, everybody goes through because nobody said they didn't.
Oh no, I lost my ass certificate.
It's okay, it's right here. And once you walk into a very small room lit by 2 torches where you see a priest in the same robes but much, much older, no hood, and it seems very, very drunk, sitting in front of a chess table. The door closes behind you and you hear it lock.
Oh,
Well, this sounds like it. That's a bad sound.
Hello. And
Is this the guy?
that's the old priest. He's sitting with a chessboard and it seems like he's playing, and then he turns it and then he plays a move.
it's not Saucerdos, right?
It is not Sacerdos, no. He is a old man with a lot of spots to show his age. His robe, there are a few sort of vague honorifics you can see scattered about it. Almost like, just slight things to differentiate him. Tabards, that sort of thing. Like he has one big tabard that's dark gray with a bunch of clouds patterned across it. But you notice that he is drinking, and you notice that it seems that he is blind. He's playing chess by feeling.
I'm gonna give him a flower.
Thank you. You all have come here to seek someone. That's why they put you in here, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, do you mind telling me what you all look like?
Well, I have white hair, very pale skin. My lips pretty pink. I have really pretty pink vest on. And it's all very flowy. I also have this really cool dream catcher choker necklace thing. Pretty dope. Yeah.
I'm a halfling with red hair.
Adira is purposefully not saying anything. I'm just sort of standing still.
Pale one, do you mind describing the other two?
Oh, this here is my friend, and I look at Adira, and I say, "This is my friend Adira. She's really pretty. She's a girl."
Okay, never mind. I heard 4 footsteps. A pale human man, tall and thin. Halfling with red hair. The other two would not perhaps be a woman from Uncole in heavier armor and a half-elven man, likely from Medasoro.
How do you know that?
We have, well, not myself, but a few brothers and sisters have discussed your coming.
Ash's hand discreetly lowers to his hip. Or actually, no, never mind. He doesn't wear a sword. I forgot. Yeah.
Have any of you played chess before?
Aster raises his hand.
I've played a few times with my dad.
Are you good?
Yes.
Would you like to play a game?
And I kind of look over at Adira.
Adira's walked closer to the table, and she's just sort of looking at the board.
Yeah, it seems to be a very standard board. It is really, really nice, though. Like, the pawns are, like, really detailed legionnaires.
Mm-hmm.
The knights seem to be, like, Dasero heavily armored, like, mounted knights. The rooks are, like, battlements. The king and queen seem to be, like, based on real people. And then the bishops seem to be dressed like the priests of Dior.
Okay. It's the uncle woman, and just looking at your chessboard.
Oh, do you like it? It's very pretty. I had it commissioned while I could still make out the finer pieces.
It's very detailed.
It is. Unlike the description that your halfling friend had. But please, would you like to play halfling with red hair?
Well, okay.
All right.
And I'll tentatively take a seat.
And we're going to take a 5-minute break, so we'll be back at 7:20.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. We'll be back at 7:20, so I can go to the restroom, because I've had to go for 40 minutes.
Nice.
You all may talk amongst yourselves as I try to pull up OBS so I can go.
Right. I'll be back.
Fuck it.
Boogie. Did anybody stay, or is everybody gone? It says the Sunken World Saga 1. We are not Team 1. We are the 18. Looks like it's just me and you here, chat. Which I think consists of just me.
Oh, hi. I've been here and talking to you, but on mute the entire time. I'm not smart.
That is
Also, it does say 1. I have no idea how that happened. It should be an A. I messed up.
Oh well.
Next time, I promise. The crazy part is I had to go in and fix it anyway because Adira's stats were wrong and I needed to add the names and like the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did not notice that. I'm gonna make sure everyone's is right.
Hey, I know that this is going to be on the stream, but can everybody please watch the stream?
Oh, yeah, I'm on it.
But have it up.
Yeah, I'm on. It's up for me.
And it only shows one viewer.
I'm on it.
I am too. Like I'm on the page.
Same. It says we'll be right back.
Yeah. I just have the volume really low.
Okay.
I have the volume up, but I have like the tab muted, which they said is how you're supposed to be able to keep it with it saying that you're in the stream.
How do you just mute the tab?
If you click on if you right click on the tab, it'll say mute site.
Okay.
Well, I'm using Google Chrome and it says that.
No, I am too, and I refreshed the page. And it still only says one.
Oh, the mute or the volume bar is fully up, and then you right click on the tab and click.
I've done all of that, so I'm confused.
Oh, it still says 1 for the viewers. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? The volume still says 1?
No. Sorry. Yeah, it's weird.
I'm gonna try reloading my page. Maybe that'll. My cousin got married this weekend and she looked like a princess.
That's very nice.
And my neck is so sore because we were headbanging to Mr. Brightside.
Hell yeah. Did everyone in the family like get tested, or were you just all like wearing masks?
I wore a mask the whole time and I got tested before I went and I was negative. However, I'm now self-quarantining just in the off chance. I'm going to get tested again on Friday.
Nice. That's smart.
Yeah, no, you're taking it super cautiously. It's good.
Yeah. The only time I had my mask off, though, was while I was eating. So that's the reason that I'm self-quarantining.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I work in the food industry and everything goes out to a lot of people every day that I work. And if I were to be positive by some chance, that would be a massive outbreak because we have like at least 100 tickets a day.
Yeah, I've been like, I used to work at Wendy's at least every break I went back to work at Wendy's, but I stopped like this past year, and like I know that if I went to the manager and was like, hey, I can work, but I'm only working so many nights, I think I'm just really worried about is how many people I come into contact with.
Mm-hmm.
When come into contact with me, and like, I don't know, it's just that fear of getting like the money would be nice, but
Yeah.
There are,
it's scary right now.
yeah, I actually work on sets as a
You
like
get
a
tested, like every few days, don't you?
yeah, exactly. And like I work as a COVID compliance officer, so like my job is to make sure that the rules are being followed, basically. And it's just like it's a totally different ballgame when you get to service industry.
Yeah.
Like there's no control of who comes in and out. Like
Well,
working with the general public, like
at my store, our lobby's completely closed. Like, no one can come in our store. The only people allowed in are our workers. But we do, like, delivery and curbside. However, Thursday was the last day that I worked. And this woman, I swear to God, was trying to give us COVID. Like, don't know if she has it, but, like, homegirl walked up. We have 20 signs on our front door that say no one can come in. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's alright, we can talk about that after. Want to make sure that we get to play some.
We want to
chess.
murder the priest.
So Ash has sat down across from this old man, this old blind priest, and he flips the table, and just very quickly you watch as he finds each piece and puts it back into its proper place. And now Ian and I are going to play incredibly quick chess. We will not be taking more than a minute between each turn at the most, Ian.
Okay.
This is meant to be a fun little visual. So to
This
you
one,
all,
king, right? This is the king and this is the queen?
King is cross on head, queen is
Okay.
V head. To you all, what this looks like is just Ash really attentively, what does Ash's face look like while he's playing chess?
Oh, it's like a very anime protagonist, like if Naruto was playing chess, kind of.
Gritted teeth.
Yeah. Pursed lips, big eyes.
All right. And you see the old man is completely playing by feel. It seems as if he knows each of the pieces, and he is listening to where the pieces fall on the board. And now, Ash, you are playing white, so you may make the first one.
All right.
It is a very beautiful game. It was called Chaturanga in the birthplace of chess. Before the time of the common tongue, this meant 4 arms or 4 divisions. This was meant to represent the 4 principal pieces of a sultan's army. It was when it went to Zashan that the sultan and the general became the king and queen, respectively. They were called the Shah and the Shah Banu. Over time, the movements became standardized. They began to have sort of the same moves from place to place as elite players who were very talented at manipulating the game board to look as they wished. As they began to make their mark, the pieces now have names that are mostly identifiable by the language of Dasuro. The way that words and sentences and stories are formed there. We have knights, kings, and queens. But the piece that is the most interesting, at least as its name, is, to me, the bishop. I think that it is interesting because, well, the rook clearly represents something. A siege tower, some other heavy weaponry of war. Perhaps the dragons of the golden age of the Zeshon Empire. But the bishop has changed more than any other piece in its name. A few hundred years ago, whichever corner of the world, as the game is played in every corner of the world, you would find someone who called it something different. You would find someone who called it the name of some type of warrior there. In Onkol originally it was the elephant piece. But the finest players in the world, at least the nation where the majority of the world champions have been found, is not above the ground. And they are not dwarves. It is Baden, a kingdom of Drow. They produced the majority of world champions for a very, very long time, and they all lived for a very, very long time. They called the bishop a very long and uncomfortable word. It was a word that referred to their highest religious office. This is because their position is on either side of the monarch. This is quite beautiful. Because you see, while our chessboards might reflect that the divine right of our rulers is perfectly defined, it is where they should be. The divine right of monarchs is given by those who speak for the gods. But that is not often reflected in our world. A few places, certainly, respect their religious figures. They are true portions of their governing body. But men like our emperor here in Hallandor, to them, religion is a tool, as anything else, a cudgel to be used to standardize the way that we all must act. This is fine. You see, we are all bound by a certain unspoken agreement. No one can act on behalf of a single faith. No one may decide, well, our faith is correct, so we must attack. Because that will lead to almost unquestionably mutually assured destruction. If Dior, my god, decided to smite the followers of another god, he would surely retaliate, and both would be without enough worshippers to sustain themselves. So, kings, queens, they do not respect folks of the faith. They are placated, but decisions, important things, these are not our purview any longer. To some, like me, this is a unfortunate but acceptable alternative to deicide that starts with the loss of my own head. But to those who are discontented, what are they to do? Sit and wait for the Ryoth to grow tired of his conquest of Ursumer? To instead come and decide to begin to kill each and every one of us and take Dior's blessing away? Or is it preferable to perhaps strengthen the hold that Dior has on Hallandor? I do not agree, but it is very logical. If Dior is the only god in Hallandor, then the family of light becomes much less daunting. And if Dior is the only god in the world, then everything becomes much less daunting. Sacerdos is not every priest in the temple, but he has been very good at manipulating the temple to reflect his ideas. Now there is a priest of Dior, either in or heading to every village, city, town with more than, say, 15 folk here in Hallandor. The good word is spread, but this has been a exodus of the optimists. Now most who exist in this temple, not all, not me, agree with Sacerdos that preemptive action is necessary. But, as I said, he is not every priest. And he is also not very good at chess. Chess is often misunderstood. It is seen as a game of strategy. But battles are not fought like this. I have never read of a battle where two equal sides with all the same soldiers have moved one after another, taking turns, waiting for the other to move before they do. No, we play chess to study. And not study formations or anything of that nature. No, we play chess to study consequence. To see what is possible. Chess is a game where you simply must see more consequences for actions than your opponent, and measure the weight of those consequences. Sacerdos does not do this. He believes that an enemy left alive today will be a follower of Dior, when Dior alone sits atop the mountain. I can understand this. It is reasonable. It is perhaps admirable. But sometimes when you do not consider the consequences are for very well armed, very battle ready young folk who arrive at your door wanting to kill you. And perhaps sometimes the consequence is when you underestimate a doddering old blind man who simply likes to bore young people by talking to them about the history of chess and sit in his room and drink a lot of wine. You do not remember that you did give him a key that will allow a certain group of young people to ascend the tower. This is a very good game. I'm going to win. We should stop here.
And he takes from around his neck, you see, a large iron key and just sits it next to the chessboard.
Question.
Yes.
Is this like a table or an altar?
Which thing? Please
This
pick.
one?
That is a big rug.
Oh. Well then, while he was... never mind. I was going to paint something on the side of the table. But it's not a table.
I mean, this is a table.
Yeah, but he's on it.
You wanted to vandalize something that's important to this man. I understand.
No, I thought it was just I thought this was just going to be a table out of the way.
I mean, there is a big old jar over here that seems to be plain. There's also a little painted rocking horse.
Oh.
I wanted to draw on the jar while he was distracted talking and playing.
What do you draw while this old man gives you the means to get out of the room and go further into the temple?
Well, I didn't know that's what he was doing, and this is...
What did you draw? What did you draw, Master?
I just wanted to, like, kind of put, like, a stylized version of an A. That would be, like, one half of the A was, like, a Arden sword, and then the other like long thing of the A was gonna be like Adira's hammer. Then I was gonna put like a vine as like the center line of the A, and I was gonna put like flames behind it, so it'd be all
Oh,
four of us.
Okay, yeah, you've done that. Make a performance check with advantage.
Performance. Oh, I need to click the advantage button. Performance. 12.
Okay, it's really good. You can tell that it's an A.
Cool.
All
it's
right.
not like a druid though.
He has given you a key.
But okay, but like I was gonna win. I'm pretty sure.
No, you aren't. Another.
Okay, but like after we do, I'm gonna pocket the key. After we go and like talk to a couple of people, I'm gonna beat you. All right.
I
After we
won't.
find who we're looking for.
I won't touch the board.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. That's fine.
But 8 moves.
8 moves.
8 moves. My knight takes your king.
All right. 4 moves. My knight takes your king.
Well, then we will see which of our knights is faster. That door, through that door there, you will see a stairway to the next floor.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna trust this guy. Actually, I'm gonna insight, but I do think that I trust this guy.
Yeah, you trust this guy. He seems like it's kind of like the vibe that he gives when he says Sacerdos's name is like a person who has been in a company for a really long time, and somebody much younger than them who's been there much less time got promoted over them and is now taking the company in a very different direction.
So
Like the
Thor-
one they really don't like.
Yeah.
Adira walks up to the old man and grabs his hand to shake it.
Yeah, you see that he has kind of a tremble, but he takes it and he grips you.
You're a good man and a better player.
Thank you. Are you the one who is described as having symbols of Koshentrianism?
Yes.
I hope that you I understand that there will be losses above and perhaps damage to the temple, but I hope it does not seem like too much to ask that you treat my temple as if it were your own.
After your speech, I'm simply after one man. I will talk to my companions, but I promise you I will not hurt your temple or kill your people.
Aye, some of them will be trying to kill you. And you'll be making it a bit easier for those of us who do not like Sacerdos if you do happen to perhaps let a bit loose against them. But this place was built centuries ago. I would like for it to be looked after.
Adira nods and then realizes she nodded at a blind man, so she says, yes.
Thank you. And if any of you are good at chess, you should play with him. He's very good.
Oh, thanks.
You have to buy a set first.
And you all unlock this door.
I nudge Ash and point at the urn.
Ash, you see the big old jar.
Also, clarification: the fire behind the A actually is like wings of fire.
Fuck yeah.
Add spark to it too.
Nice.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, you see it, but then there's a click in the key. and the door is open.
I really liked that guy. What was his name? I feel like I should have asked. He'll be here when we're done.
Wait, we didn't get his name?
No,
How do you
I
introduce
can. There's a little plaque on the door that says Columbart's room.
It's his diploma.
Yep.
He majored in chess. Anyway, I'm gonna sneak up these stairs.
Sure.
Adir, are you in the heavy plate or in the medium?
I'm in my heavy armor.
Okay.
Should I switch out quickly?
What do you think? It's totally up to you.
Honestly, I
Sorry.
think from what he's saying is that Sacerdos and the entire... Okay. The entire... They expect us. I don't see a point in sneaking other than Arden, because he...
Yeah.
Literally, I have no idea where he is half the time on the battlefield, and then he just murders a man and
Disappear.
disappears again.
You can also turn invisible now.
I don't know if that... Oh, I do! I don't
I gave you the thing.
But I think I'll turn invisible so we have perhaps a better chance of sneaking.
You can
Right.
also hold off on it for a little bit and then just stay behind and then, whoa, where did the big armored lady go? And then hit them with your hammer.
That's very beautiful. But what I was going to say is, I think we should try to keep as many people alive as we can. Knock them unconscious, but not kill them.
I mean, if you think so, the guy seemed to be... I liked him enough. And I trusted that when he said that, like, it's not all of them, it's just the few that are following the other guy.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. If we show mercy to, say, one of them, the others who don't truly like Seldemus perhaps might... Oh wait, that's the city, isn't it? Sacerdos might... They might, I don't know, retreat, start going to their wounded.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
We could even announce that if they pledge no allegiance to him, we won't hurt them. It's just
Like, followers of Dior, if you follow...
Dior and not
Sacerdos.
Sacerdos, we won't hurt you, sort of thing.
Yeah, like, stay true to your god and abandon the false idol of Sacerdos kind of guy.
You're having a lot of fun with that. I'll let you say it. And just try to also protect the temple and its structure.
Also, no fire, then. No, like, flamethrower hands or anything.
Maybe just not near curtains.
Okay.
Just I understand that a man of worship, he betrayed us very deeply. I believe they do deserve a chance.
Well, if that's good enough for me, if I'm being honest. So,
Yeah.
also,
Sorry.
just out of character, like in game terms, everybody remember you have 9 temporary hit points from Spark.
And
That was
do you ascend the stairs? Sneakily, just normally?
I would have probably ascend sneakily with Arden, as we tend to do at the very least.
You're the sneak boys.
Sneak boys.
Yeah, Deer's gonna hang back and not go invisible just yet, but
Nice.
she'll be going at a slower pace. I assume with Aster.
Oh my god, you're so good at stealth. Holy shit.
I'm not good at this, whispers
I
Arden. as he-
can't do this. It's a confidence issue.
Yeah. Clearly.
You all climb, but these two tokens aren't there. They're back on the stairs. And the two of you come out, and you see a group of people, not in this formation, because this was for the dramatic version, but you see a group of robed figures, the same as the priests below. You see one who seems to be a senior member of the church, who seems to be addressing them and sort of discussing with them. You see a pair of archers wearing pileus hats to sort of block the sun that you see is still streaming in from a hole above you. Different hole than the one below. And then you see a pair of armored men in similar cloaks with these headbands that have a big cloud on the center. And they're all sort of discussing things across this big body of water. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
All right, what should we do? Should we just attack them?
I don't see Seldemus, right?
You do not see Sacerdos.
Sacerdos. Why do I have that name in my head? Seldemus.
City.
Seldemus is the city.
Oh, yeah. I don't see Sacerdos. Who is this smiling?
She
buff?
is the senior member. She is the higher ranking member. She has the same tabard as Colombard.
Okay.
And she is the one who is speaking to the others, seems to be preparing them for something.
There doesn't seem to be anywhere to hide in here, does there?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like there's not much space to hide, so
Yeah, let's just get the others in.
all right.
You know.
I'll sneak back down and be like, if you want to go and I don't know. You're very good at hurting things, so I feel like you should probably take the first shot, and then I can follow up with a little pew-pew.
Well, the thing is, I'm not good at hurting things at range anymore. Because I lost my bow.
Oh, you lost your bow?
Yeah, I didn't pick it up when we skinned those men.
Oh.
Because it didn't work. It broke. The string snapped.
Oh.
Yeah, you're clunking around with about hold on, I think 3 javelins on her person.
I have a light crossbow that I got at character creation that I've never used. Do you want that? I've got this, and he pulls out a fucking crossbow that he's had.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, here. I'll give him my bolts. It's a backup. Probably not as good as your bow, but gets the job done.
Yeah. I'll just add a light crossbow.
I'll take this guy off of mine.
Oh, now that you have that, you should ask that Ocumenus guy if he could, like, the way that you have the swords that dance, you could make, like,
Dancing crossbow.
yeah. It reloads itself and everything.
Okay,
I'm back.
Okay, do we kind of have an idea of what we're doing? Man, they're really far away. Adira, you have range stuff too, right?
Yeah, I can shoot lightning from my hands.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I was kind of thinking, you know how I did that whale thing?
Yeah.
Well, I think while I'm in my whale form, I can still, like, teleport the way that I've been doing.
Oh my god.
And I could, like, jump into the water as a whale and then teleport, like, 30 feet above them and just land on them.
Okay, but also we're trying to not destroy the temple, and you'd be a whale falling on stone from 30 feet.
That seems fine.
Don't do it again.
Is that not a normal thing that happens here? Do they not make, like, really, like, heavily reinforced stone floors here?
I don't
What?
know.
No, what?
I don't know if OSHA exists in Hallandor, but I can tell you for sure, because I knew a few guys who worked for OSHA back home, that's not going to work.
Oh.
OSHA. Official Halfling Sneakery Associates.
Wait, wouldn't that be Osa?
No,
Official Sneakery Halfling Associates.
Yeah.
Um,
Should we like swim? Ooh, here's
you
an
will-
idea.
You will feel a sense that perhaps no plan survives the first contact with an enemy.
All right, let's just do it.
Let's go.
Let's do a little stealth round first, though. Just hit them all from back.
Where are the other two?
Just behind you a few feet.
I mean, you
Like,
all have
on the
control of
stairs?
your tokens. You can put them where
Alright.
they would be, if you would like.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna-
gonna shoot one of them, and then maybe you guys.
Just stay back. I'm gonna assume that they got up there
Rush.
much quicker.
Yeah, I'll go from here.
So,
I'll see down over here.
hold on. If I'm within, I don't know, like here. Yeah. I can shoot that guy.
Sorry.
A hole in the floor?
Sorry. When you try to step there, Adira and Aster, are you in the room?
I mean, probably by
I
now.
would be following a deer.
Probably.
Okay, cool. Then everybody is where they are, and when you step there, all of the light in the room is gone.
Okay.
And you hear, "Wait, what?" And everything becomes darkness for a moment, and then you all feel the ground beneath you seem to shake. And you feel as if you are moving without moving your own body. And when the lights come back on, the room looks completely different.
Yo!
Awesome. I will also say, Ben, I do have magical dark vision. So what did I see?
Not divine magical dark vision, you don't?
Oh, come on!
I guess you saw, like, literally the tiles in the room moving in groups of 4 and basically just locking perfectly with everybody on them, almost sort of anchored to them, it seemed.
That's super cool.
Move to the position that they are now in. And let me zoom out so people watching the stream can see the whole map. Well, they won't be able to see the whole map because Roll20 is terrible about being in position. But you all may roll initiative. Please roll initiative.
Jeez.
Yo!
Big.
I'm sorry to take away the surprise round. If you had attacked from that first section, you would have gotten a surprise attack. But then it would have
I
gone.
wanted advantage,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
so.
Initiative 15, 13.
I know I didn't click on my token, but the roll tracker doesn't matter here.
It doesn't. Okay, so everybody's good. Everybody's ready. Everybody's ready to fight. And you notice the priestess in the fancy robes. I'm gonna do a art showcase because Emmy did all of the art in the episode, except for the archers, all of the token art, and it fucking rules. It's
Yeah.
so good, hun.
Thank
And she just sort of looks around and says, "It's them. Attack! Now, kill them. The halfling first."
Why me?
And when she soon as she says that, you notice the archer sort of turn, and he wears a long blue like scarf instead of a cape. There are 2 archers, and this one basically he just turns and is already knocking an arrow, and you see he has another arrow positioned in the hand that is holding the bow, and he just drops to a knee and pulls back, and an arrow tears towards you. And as it goes, you notice sparks of lightning tracing from it and touching the water.
Oh, it's water. I thought that was just ground. Okay.
No, sorry, this is water. There is nothing in the water. That is a hint that I will give you. Don't worry. This is not an episode about confronting my fear. No, no, no. And the arrow arcs its way towards you. And it is a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. You will take... you take 6 piercing damage and 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
Total of 10 damage. And then his second attack is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. The second arrow that comes at you doesn't seem to have the lightning.
Okay.
So you just take 9 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
And then he sort of positions himself up, and this archer down here says, "Ma'am, may I attack the half-elf?" And she just gives a dramatic nod as you notice that he is staring at her, and he just moves to here, and he is going to fire 2 arrows straight at you, Arden. And he fires them at the same time, and you notice that the lightning from one of them is arcing to the other arrow, and they start to rotate around each other.
Imagine getting special beam cannoned.
So that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make an acrobatics check?
Yes.
Okay, pretty good. You avoid becoming grappled.
Oh, shit.
But you are going to take the full damage of 1 arrow. Yeah, you take 10 piercing damage and just 2 lightning damage. The other arrow, because he was doing something special with it, does not do as it is told.
I'll take 6 because of uncanny dodge.
That's right. Okay, and that is the archer's turn. Next up, Ash, it is your turn.
Okay. So I've noticed that lady giving orders and stuff, right?
Yes. And so just to explain, you all are 5 feet away from each other. It will take a standing long jump to get to the next standable place. So your jumping distance is half of your strength score.
Okay.
To jump takes the entire movement that it takes. So it will be 10 feet of movement to get to one square to the next square. So you can only move basically up to 3 of your movement score in terms of jumps.
In terms of
sense.
time.
Yes, because it is 10 feet basically to get to each one. Or no, sorry, it's 5 feet to get to each one, but you've moved 10 feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so
Right,
you basically have 3 jumps, but you have to be able to make that distance.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my bonus action to sprout flaming wings as Spark circles my head and then bursts into my back again and wings fly out. And I've got 40 feet of fly speed, so I'm going to go ahead and fly 40 feet towards the lady. Let me just measure that. Oh. Yeah. I'm staying low, so I'm going to fly straight here. And that's my bonus action. That's my movement. I'm going to go ahead and take a repelling blast shot at this archer to start.
Okay.
10 to hit, it's probably going to miss. Man, I am not lucky sometimes.
Yeah, the 10 misses.
22. So this guy gets hit for 1 force damage, but the round concusses when it strikes him and sends him flying 10 feet into the water.
Okay. Yeah, he flies back and he is treading water. Wait, does he get a saving throw?
Nah, it just does it. It's whether it hits or not.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be annoying. All right. Okay. Is that Ash's turn?
Yep, that's all I got.
Which one's in the water?
This guy.
Oh, the one that's in the water. Yep.
And next up, it is Lavina's turn. She is going to march to this spot. And she is going to lift the rod that she has. It seems to be just a silver rod with a sort of lilac orb affixed to the top. And she just waves it above her head. And she says, "Bless us." And above you all, you hear a slight burning. Almost like something falling. And a rock, a hulking rock of light, it seems like, falls through the hole in the ceiling, right on top of you, Ash.
Okay.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
14.
14, okay. That does not succeed. So that is going to be, let me do my roll out of the chat. You take 27 points of radiant damage.
Jesus.
Wow.
And she sort of throws the bit of... She sort of tosses the staff behind her. Not like letting go of it, but she kind of just dramatically puts it behind her. And then says, keep them as separated as you can. The two in the middle, they will be... it seems they will be together if the one with wings does not fly away. So... The cleric, the half-elf, keep them away. And with that, it is Adira's turn. Hun, it's your turn.
Hi, I was muted, so sorry. After seeing the damage done to Ash, Adira is simply going to throw... my mind's blanking. Is going to throw a guiding bolt at 4th level towards the leader.
Hell yeah.
26.
26 hits.
Fucking right.
Thank Jesus. 29 damage.
All right.
Wow.
You outdo her. Wowee.
And she is going to summon her spiritual weapon. However, I think you summon it and you're able to make the spell, but since it's not like nobody is in range, I can send it 20 feet from
What's
me.
the range that you can cast Sacred Weapon?
Oh, it's 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to hit this dude, this archer, right down here.
Okay.
With my spiritual weapon. 14, I bet doesn't hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay, so
He
she
just
also
sort of
throws it out.
Shifts
But
in
I
the
think,
spot.
Adira's mind is more concerned on taking down
Yeah. Gotcha.
the powerful lady. I will make my little block, and that's the end of her turn.
Okay. Then next up in the order, it is this robed priest, and he is going to throw up his hand and say, "You must not fall, Lady Livia." And he is going to heal her. And she looks much, much better. And then he is going to come right here. Jump. And he is going to sort of lower his own staff at you, Arden. And he is going to just sort of flick it back and forth. And you all of a sudden see 2 small bolts of lightning that come flying at you. Can you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you succeed. So
Okay.
only one of them will hit you. You take
I
4 points of
I
lightning
take-
damage.
no damage because evasion.
Oh, that's right. Hell yeah. All right. So Arden
Just-
just basically like you turn and you're so thin because you're a half elf that you just thread the needle. Okay. There we go. Next up in the old order, after the priest goes, it is. Oh, it's paladin time.
Oh, I fucking hate paladin.
Jump! And this guy is pulling a glaive off of his back, and he lands in front of you, Adira, and with a 10-foot range, he is just going to swing it across at you. So his first attack is a 18 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, second attack is a critical hit on a 19.
Fun.
Critical hit on a 19?
Yep.
Oh.
So the glaive damage is going to be you take 15 points of slashing damage as he just swipes it across your chest. But then you notice that the wound that he cut is glowing golden like the sun. And you will take 11, 12, 20. You take 20 points of radiant damage.
Fun.
Okay, and that is his turn. And this paladin is going to run right here. Jump, jump, jump. No, he can't make that jump. He gets right here, and Arden, you feel him just stare you the fuck down. And that's paladin turn. That's paladin time. Next up, Arden, it is your turn.
Okay. I am within 80 feet of her, so I'm going to take a shot on her
Okay.
with Ash's crossbow. I don't get sneak attack because none of it procs, but I do get 2d4 poison.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you do 16 damage. No, 15. Yeah, and she looks mighty messed up.
All right. Then I'm going to jump, and pull out my sword.
Okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Then next up, it is Aster. It's your turn.
First question: how deep does this water look?
It looks like it's about maybe 8 feet.
Is that deep enough for a giant octopus to swim through?
Mostly it would be difficult terrain for a giant octopus to get between the pillars.
Oh, so the
Sort of
pillars aren't
that
like
you're standing on.
floating?
Yeah, they're not floating. They are
Ah, damn.
attached to some level of ground.
What about no, I wanted that for the hit points. What about a crocodile?
Crocodile could do it.
Right. Oh, wait. Damn, it's only 8 feet. I can't drown somebody in that, can I?
You can drown somebody in 8 feet of water for sure.
Yeah.
If you hold somebody under 8 feet of water, they're dead.
Crocodile's whole deal is like death roll,
Yeah.
holding them underwater.
You know what? I'm still gonna go with the giant octopus just because heftier and still has the same stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What's the size for a giant octopus?
It says it's a large beast.
Okay. You all watch as Aster turns into an octopus and kind of like curls off of the pillar into the water a little bit, kind of like he's doing a cool lean.
I wasn't doing that yet, though. I was gonna wait a second.
All right.
Before I did that, I was just asking the questions because I had a backup plan if that didn't work. If that wouldn't work, for my shirt muffins, I'm gonna have to wait to do that for a second. I'm gonna turn to Ash and say, "Keep knocking them in the water," and then I'm gonna use my action because I forgot it's an action to wild shape. I was gonna do this before I did it. To summon Face Spirit within 90 feet.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna just put the token down and give you control, and then you can move it.
and I think I'm gonna put her. Here.
Okay. Is that a spell?
It is.
Okay. What level are you casting it?
Casting it at 3rd level.
Okay. Yeah, Livina puts her hand up and says, "Begone!" And she casts Counterspell.
Damn.
I gotta let my dog out.
And then you turn into an octopus.
And then no, because I can't do that as a bonus action.
Oh, you can't?
Sorry, I let him in. All right.
I'm not a circle of.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, that's why he can do it because it's his circle.
Did you become a giant octopus?
No, because I'm not a circle of the moon. Isn't that what?
Yeah,
Mark-
it's Circle of the Moon that he's on action. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Some circle of dreams. But I do. Who's been hit?
I've been hit.
Everyone but you has been hit.
All of mine were temporary hit points too, so.
Oh, that's right. We did have temporary hit points. Does anybody look like they've been hit for more than their temporary hit points?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
had a rock dropped on me made of pure light. So
I had a total of 35 damage done to me.
Who looks worse?
get Adira. Don't worry about me.
Let me make sure yours. Yeah, she's good. I'm gonna give her for my bonus action. I'm gonna do my Fey pool of energy. I'm gonna give her. I'll give her 3 of them, 3d6s.
Do you roll that or do I roll?
I roll it. Oh God, I'm nervous. Hey, it's 11.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty good.
thank you.
Again, I'm healing other people, just myself. It kind of sucks.
Yep. Sorry about that. Is that your turn, Aster?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay.
All right.
Look at 11 and say, "You, ugh, I'm gonna get you."
This priestess gets right here and just sort of throws her hand up, and above her you see 4 flickering fingers of golden fire, and she is going to throw it at you, Ash.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, Dex. There we go.
Okay, the sacred flame just sort of goes around you as you just do like a cool, fun spin fly move.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it does.
And then she just kind of grits her teeth and sort of hunkers down. There we go. Now we're back to the top of the order with the archer. The archers are going to fire at different targets. This archer is going to swim, pull himself up here. That's actually his turn. He does stand, but that is his turn to basically do that. The other archer is going to fire. Actually, this archer does fire at Ash.
Okay.
And this arrow, instead of being covered in lightning, just seems to be a slightly heavier arrow when he fires it. Like he really grunts as he pulls it back for his first attack. First attack is a 19.
It's
Okay. You take 7 points of piercing damage. This arrow sticks in you, and you feel it kind of scraping at your skin. Second arrow. This one is a 16.
misses.
Okay. Yeah, that arrow is going to stay in you and is going to do a little bit of damage every turn until you take it out. And when you take it out, it will do damage. All right.
Is it action to take it out, or is it a bonus action?
I think it'd be a bonus action. You know
Okay.
what? Free action. Free action to take it out.
Okay.
It's just like, "Grr, grr." I grit my teeth. I pull the arrow out.
Okay.
Because this is fantasy, and Bull Anderson is rolling in his grave. Let's try to keep a little bit of expediency. I'll stop making little jokes like that. Ash, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going. Ash, as he flies through the air, just takes 2 more shots at this guy to start, trying to knock him in the water. Natural 20.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Yo.
So it only does, I guess, 8 force damage, but
Which-
he gets shunted into the water as well.
Sorry, which person was that? I was checking another screen.
The paladin.
Which paladin? That paladin?
Yeah.
Well, it's 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Ian, I don't think that's right. As a warlock, you should have more than 1 bolt right now.
Yeah, but you only send 1 at a time.
Oh. Yeah.
My thought then was I'm not shooting him from directly, so it wouldn't shoot him straight back. It would shoot him more like at an angle.
It shoots him there.
Nice. And then my second shot's gonna go at the priest to knock the priest into the water. 13. I don't know.
Misses.
Damn. And then I'm gonna go ahead and move my. Yeah. I'll go 40 feet and go right here. And then I'll use my bonus action to take the arrow out. Or my free action, I guess. So how much damage would that do?
Okay, it does 10 points of piercing damage.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay, next up, it is Lavina's turn. Lavina is going to get back here. Back here. She sort of grits her teeth, and she just sort of seems to be waiting for something. Next up, it is Adira. It's your turn.
Em, are you muted again?
Emmy, I think you might be muted. Emmy? Did the dogs do something? I'm worried that my dog might have gone up and like closed Emmy's laptop or something.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go check. Arden, Ash, and Aster have a moment to banter amongst themselves.
Oh, Emmy just got booted off the call.
Oh, maybe her computer died?
No, internet sucks.
Oh.
She's back, Ben. She's back.
Yep. Okay. It is your turn, Adira.
Okay, I have a question. Who's wearing a red beaded bracelet?
I am,
Okay,
and I think Aster is.
okay. I have another question. It says that you can. It's a free action you can transport. Do I get to decide how much closer?
No, I'm pretty sure that I put a descriptor in.
I think it's 10 feet.
Oh, no, Arden's the other one who has it, not me, because I can teleport myself.
10 feet closer. Actually, it does. Yeah, you're right. Shit. Fuck me. I dare you. Yeah, I guess. Never mind. Adira is simply going to. I have no clue what the range is.
Of what spell? Or of the bead?
No, what's the range on a warhammer? I have no idea. I've never
think
even.
it's 5.
It's
I think
5
it's
feet.
5 feet because it doesn't have reach or anything.
Cool. I'm just gonna pierce the man with her javelin. I'd assume that has a longer range since it can be thrown.
It has 5 feet of melee range.
God damn it! Why did he get to hit me?
He has a glaive. It's a reach weapon.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna hit him with a guiding bolt again. This time at first level. 15 doesn't hit.
15 just hits.
Fuck yes! Wait, who'd you hit?
The paladin right in front of me.
Nice.
19 radiant.
At first level? Oh, 46, yeah.
Guiding bolt doesn't stack very well after so many levels.
That's a really good hit, though.
Yeah, it's really weird seeing Guiding Bolt hit.
Yeah.
Because it almost never does in this campaign.
Yeah.
Well, first times I used it because I always forgot to apparently add my charisma modifier because I didn't know how to do that at roll 20.
Okay, so you do a significant amount of damage to him. Is that your turn?
Nope. I have my spiritual weapon, the swing archer, right down here again.
Okay, make that swing. Nice.
Guitar solo. For 18 force damage.
Okay, yeah, this guy is looking pretty fucked up.
Thank you. Now, I have a question. How does long... Is it a standing long jump or just a long jump?
It is a standing long jump. You don't have enough room to get a full run.
Okay. How does that work movement-wise?
So, what I said earlier was basically you have 3 squares. It's a 5-foot jump, but it is totally, you're moving 10 feet. So as long as Adira's strength is over 10, she can make the jump.
Oh, easily. Adira's gonna jump.
Okay, the paladin takes an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
It is a 23 to hit.
That doesn't...
Wait, she's not moving out of his range?
He has reach.
Oh, yeah, I'm not moving out of his
yeah,
range.
I guess that's true.
So, how many jumps could I make in one turn then, I guess?
It would be a total of 3. That's 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, Adira's just gonna stay there.
Okay.
It's not the end of her turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is the priest's turn. The priest is going to jump right here, and then he is going to jump and try and tackle Arden into the water. Arden, you can make an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Oh, well, acrobatics always.
Okay. All right, you succeed, and the priest instead shuffles into the water.
Loser!
All right, he's in the water. That's his turn. Next up, it is... after priest, it is paladin time. This paladin is going to swim right here, and then silvery mist flies up out of the water, and the paladin is falling on top of you with a battle axe. Arden.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
Nice.
He falls, and then he just sort of turns the axe in his hands and does like an uppercut, like putting his hands closer together and towards the head. And he just kind of tries to bring it up. That is a 17.
Does not hit.
Okay. That's that paladin's turn. Next up, it is now we go to Arden. It's your turn.
Uh-oh.
All right. Could I leap over this guy in the water?
You could. He would be able to use his reaction to try and grab you, but
Okay. I am just gonna try and stab the other guy then.
paladin or priest?
The paladin.
Okay. 19 hits.
Plus 2d4 plus sneak attack.
Wow. So you do 22 damage.
Can I jump diagonally?
This is when diagonals become a little bit rougher. Make an acrobatics check. Yeah, you can jump diagonally.
Okay. Is it same movement?
I'm gonna say that's 15. I think that's a good way
Okay.
to square it.
15, 25. He can't take an attack of opportunity because I attacked him. And then dash 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. I am... Damn.
Speaking of Arden, who did you hit that first round?
You hit Livy,
I
the
hit...
priest.
Yes.
He hit her.
He hit her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have been able to take a reaction, right?
No. It's that they can't make attack opportunities against him, I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
All right, yeah. That's my turn.
Okay.
I'm not within range of anyone to do my cool new special thing that I just got.
Oh.
Okay, Aster, your turn.
Maybe I can get her to waste another spell. I'm going to, at 4th level this time, cast Summon Fey Spirit.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to make it a 5th level.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm giving you control.
Oh, she didn't do it. Okay, cool. Going to have her... Oh, I don't know why I just started talking like that. Pop up here. And I'm going to say, get her. And then it's not a bonus action to tell her to do something, right? I just say do it. Hold on, let me double check to make sure.
For now, let's assume that you can just say to do it.
Okay,
You
cool,
can check
cool.
between turns.
So I'm going to tell her to get it, and then I'm going to bonus action give some healing to Ash.
Okay,
I
you
won't
can go ahead and
know.
roll that. What is the initiative rule? Is it just right behind you?
Yeah, she goes right after me.
Okay, cool. Then
Yeah.
you can go ahead and roll the healing, and then you can make your attacks for the spirit.
Okay. For my healing, I'm going to do... Ash, did it look like you got hit hard?
I got hit pretty hard. I'm bloodied, actually. I forgot to mention.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm fine. Go for Ash.
Oh, and Adira, also, you have 3 extra temporary hit points.
Bless.
You get 1 per dice that I use. And I'm going to give 5 to Ash.
Okay.
So 5d6s plus 5 temporary hit points. So 28.
28, including the temporary hit points, or not including?
That's including the temporary. You have 23 regular, 5, 10.
Okay, cool. It is the spirit's turn. Let's see what the spirit does. I bet I know. I bet I know the move.
And I brought her in as oh god, do I want to do joyful or angry? Joyful or angry? Joyful or angry?
Joyful.
Huh?
Joyful.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll do joyful, and she's going to teleport right here. And because she's joyful, she can choose a creature within 10 feet and have it do a wisdom saving throw, or be charmed by my fae for 1 minute.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm choosing Lady Olivia.
She got a 16.
Damn it, that's exactly my spell save. All right, and that's part of just the thing, and she can still do her attacks. And she gets equal to the spell's level. The number of spell equals half the spell's level rounded down, so she gets 2 attacks. It's 3 plus 5. With a plus 8 to hit because it's plus the spell level. So that first one, plus 8, 18.
Okay, 18 hits.
And then the damage is oh my god, why did I not write that down? I'm so dumb for not writing that down. Okay. I'm sorry. It is 1d6 plus 8 so 2d6 plus 8. 2d6 plus 8. So 17 points, and then the second hit is going to be a 26. Right?
Yeah, 26 will hit.
All right, and that's 2d6 plus 8 for 14?
Yep. Okay, she looks really, really fucked up. Like she is bloodied. She is wavering where she stands.
Cool.
Okay.
That's what
Okay. And next up, it is the priestess's turn, and she is going to turn and say, "No!" And she is still bloodied, but she looks much better. Lavina does.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, it is top of the order. It is the archer turns. This archer is going to fire at Aster. And he is going to do the bolo arrow again. Lightning arrows arcing around each other. That is a 18 to hit you.
yep.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay, and can you please make a acrobatics check?
Acrobatics. I do have advantage on, so I turn that off. Ooh, that's an 8.
Okay, that is a failure, so you are going to take the total piercing damage and lightning damage as a single attack. So basically, the first arrow hits you. The second arrow, still attached to it, sort of tethered to it by the lightning, sort of arcs around your body like a whole time, and then pierces into you next to the first arrow. So you are going to take 6 and 7 piercing damage, so you take a total of 12 piercing damage, and total of 6 lightning damage. So that is 18. So can you make a Constitution saving throw and just gotta beat a 10?
Kill. Constitution save. Oh my god! Bye, Fiona.
Okay.
You didn't get past 10?
No,
Nope,
it was a
I got
9. I'm gonna just put the spirit right over here, in case the spirit comes back. And okay, that's that archer's turn. This archer, who is now standing, is going to fire both of his arrows at Ash.
I still boloed?
Oh, sorry, it goes away, and then you just got 2 arrows in you.
Okay.
22 for the first attack.
Yep.
Okay, this is just a plain arrow. You take 7 points of piercing damage. Second arrow. That is a 14, so that'll miss.
I'll miss.
Okay, so the archer has missed his attack, and that is the archer turn. Next up, Ash, it is your turn.
Wait,
1, 2.
What's that, Ash? Or what's that, Aster?
Is the one that hit me, was he within 60 feet?
Let me check. No, he was not.
Okay, I'm just gonna start hacking away.
Okay. She has taken the dodge action.
Oh, she took the dodge action?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll roll a second time.
Yeah, you got disadvantage on these attacks.
Still 24, 11 slashing damage. So she takes 9 slashing damage.
Yep.
13 is probably gonna miss.
13 misses.
And then bonus action.
That she's
to
got
slap.
some type of like magical shield around her skin beneath her robes.
Gotcha. All right, bonus action to attack a third time. 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Okay, so 18 slashing damage for the round.
Okay. And that's your turn?
I'm gonna say to her when I get up there, it's Seldamus, right?
Sacerdos is the name of the priest.
Sacerdos! Jesus, sorry. You don't have to work with Sacerdos. We're only here for him. You could live.
I believe in a future where we live amongst the clouds.
And she...
But you don't need him to do that, you know? You could just buy a cloud.
She disappears and reappears right here.
Okay.
And she turns away from you and does the same waving of a staff above her head. And a rock of light falls down right here. I need Aster and Arden to make dexterity saving throws. All right, Arden, you managed to get out of the way of the whole thing.
Yep.
And Aster, you will only take half, as you sort of just deftly move aside on your thing. So Aster, you take 15 radiant damage. And that is she touches a hand to her own chest and seems to whisper something to herself.
She already took a bonus action. She misty stepped.
No, that's not what that was.
Oh my goodness, what is it?
Okay, and there we go. Next up, it is. Next up, sorry, I have a list. That's what I'm supposed to use. Adira, it's your turn.
Oh, Ben. At least one of those attacks shouldn't have been made with disadvantage because Adira had guided bolted her.
Okay.
Well, actually, Fiona would have hit her with advantage then.
Oh, no. Okay, so Fiona didn't make attacks with disadvantage, so it all evens out.
No, she did her turn was after Fiona, I think.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. So it all worked out. It all like worked out.
Okay, I'm gonna subtract 11 hit points from what she has right now. So she looked even worse before she healed herself.
Okay.
Adira, it is your turn.
I have short-term memory loss, so I have no idea what you guys are referring to, but Guiding Bolt, when you hit the target, the next attack roll made against it does have advantage.
Sure.
Just saying. Anyway, okay, Adira is going to activate the amulet, turning herself invisible, taking away her action. I am just going to ask this question outright because I have no clue. Standing jump does not make any sense to me. Would I be able to at least get to this spot?
Yes.
Okay, and
you
how
have
much
10 feet of
movement would I...
left.
And then I would have 10 feet of movement?
Yes. So you could either jump to the square below you or run along this Street.
Yeah,
Street.
I'm gonna run along 10 feet. And I understand we already said that he would have a attack of opportunity against me at disadvantage.
Okay. 14.
Nope.
Okay.
And then
He
also
swings in
using
the air.
my bonus action, I am going to again use my spiritual weapon to swing on the poor archer down there. 19.
19 hits.
11 force damage.
Yeah, you hit him into the water, and he is down.
Great. And the action, and it does say that as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack action, but I'm not going to move it at this turn because I don't feel like it.
Okay. Do you
I
want
don't
me
know
to
why I
move it?
mentioned that. I'm just making sure, like, you are okay if I do move it 20 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I will move it 20 feet,
Okay.
and I can move it.
Okay. Then next up, it is, after Adira, it is the priest's turn. The priest is going to pull himself up here, and he is going to heal Lady Lavinia.
Oh. Counter.
Do you?
No.
It seems like he is out of big boys. Oh, when he does it. She doesn't seem to get as healed. And then he is going to just do a Sacred Flame against Arden. It is the same as the one that the priestess did on Ash earlier. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, Arden?
Yes.
Okay. Arden does not succeed. So you will take... Let me check here. You take 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Because of evasion, I do take 5.
Gotcha. Okay, that's the priest's turn. Next up, it is.
Let me double check that. No, I do take 10.
Yeah. Next
Never
up,
mind.
it is Paladin o'clock. This Paladin is going to jump here, here, and then here. That's his turn. And this one is going to run right up here, and he is going to. It seems like he said something to himself as he was running up. You didn't quite catch it, and he is going to attack you twice, Arden.
Okay.
First attack is a natural 1, so he just
Nice.
completely whiffs over you. Second attack is a 24.
That hits.
Okay. He hits you, and as he does, he shouts out, "Die, non-believer!" Minimum damage for his battle axe, though, so you take 6 points of slashing damage. Then you are going to take 6 points of psychic damage from a Wrathful Smite. You basically just have a sudden migraine that goes away after a moment. And then he also does cast Regular Smite.
Jesus.
You take 6 points of radiant damage.
Wow.
Okay.
You got so lucky.
So you take a total of 18 damage. Yeah, he rolled 2 1s for damage on that round.
That's like the fucking luckiest smite damage roll I've ever seen.
Yeah. The paladins are not. There's a secret to the health displacement in this room. That I am keeping track of on a slip of paper, so it doesn't make any sense if you're watching the stream, and I apologize, but you don't need to see behind the DM screen on that. Okay. That's his turn. Next up, it is Arden. It's your turn.
All right. Quick question. If I'm in the middle of jumping and I attack, what would I do for that?
That'd be an acrobatics check to see if you can
Okay.
make an attack at just plain normal.
Okay, so I'm going to do 10 feet to this one.
Yeah.
Let him take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. He takes it. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You take 9 points of piercing damage,
I'll have that.
or slashing damage, sorry.
So what'll that be?
That'll be 4.
Okay. I'll jump again, so that's 20. I'll do dash. So 10. That's 30, 40, 50. And I'm going to jump and try and hit her.
Oh, nice.
Like, as I'm going down onto that block.
Yeah, okay.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you actually roll with advantage.
Damn.
15 misses.
Oh.
All right. Can I at least like knock her off?
Well, make a athletics check.
Not too good at those. Oh, it's a 6.
Okay. No, she stays on, and you actually. Do you have any movement left once you've made this jump?
As I'm like teetering off the thing, can I use my red beaded bracelet to go 10 feet to this column, closer to Ash?
Yeah, I think that's fun. That's cool.
I'm just gonna like whip around, and I'm gonna do a little bit of panache because I got it at that paladin that called me a non-believer, and just yell, "Die, believer!"
All right.
So he now has. I have to make a charisma persuasion check against his insight.
Okay.
So mine is a 27.
All right, you have succeeded.
Okay. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me, and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than me. That lasts for 1 minute until someone attacks him, affects him with a spell, or until we're more than 60 feet apart.
Okay, gotcha. And all right, next up after Arden, it is Aster. It is your turn.
I'm going to. She's on a block alone now. You know what? Bug it. Try it one more time. Oh no, I should probably save my big stuff. No. I'm gonna frostbite her ass. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. If I, you know what? No one's around her. I'm gonna ice knife her. I'm gonna say, "Hey, Adira, the plan that we talked about." Gonna shoot an ice knife at her at 3rd level.
Okay, roll with advantage because she has been knocked off balance, even though she's still firmly on the thing.
Okay. Where's that button? Where's the button? Did I not put it on here? Okay, I did. So this is rolling it as a 1st level, not as a 3rd level. The 27 to hit.
27 hits.
And so that makes at a 3rd level, it becomes. You can cast a spell second level. Oh, so the cold damage increases. So she also needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. She fails.
Sweet. So that means, so it rolls at 1st level 2d6 cold. So I need to add 2 more d6s. I'm pretty sure it rolled 2. Yeah. Oh, hey, it did max damage on that cold. Cool.
Oh, wow.
Cool. So 2 more d6s of cold. It's gonna be 7 more points of cold for a total of 16 plus 12, 28.
28 damage total.
Yeah.
Connor,
Yeah.
how does she go down?
Ah! Forgetting that we're not supposed to be killing people because I didn't say non-lethal before this. I kind of want the ice to just like sink through her throat, and then the explosion of cold to like it freezes her neck, and then just shatters, and her head falls to one side, and her body falls to the other.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that is
And then-
exactly what
Yeah.
happens.
And then I just wave at Arden from like right over her shoulder, right before she falls.
I give a thumbs up. Yes.
Okay, and when she falls, you notice that everyone in the room seems to be a little bit weaker.
And I turn to look at the guy behind me, and I say, "Want to be next?"
All right, and is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, next up it is this priestess's turn, and she is going to jump, 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 and shout out, "Please let me go!" I have to stop my dog from doing something terrible. It is the archer's turn, and you look over, and this archer is barely standing. He's wavering. But he is going to make 2 shots. One at Ash, one at Arden. The one on you, Ash, is a 25.
All right, that'll hit.
It's just a normal arrow. It is 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
One on you, Arden, is a 26.
That hits.
Okay. That is 8 points of piercing damage. And my dog has stopped. Okay, next up after the archers, Ash, it's your turn.
Okay, so this guy's still making attacks, and he hasn't gotten hit at all, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and fly on over to him, which would be how much movement? Okay, so it's going to be 25 no matter what I do. I'm going to go ahead and move over to this guy and make scimitar attacks at him. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be on disadvantage, but 27 to hit, 13 slashing damage.
All right. Yeah. 27 hit, 13 slashing damage. You cut this boy down.
Oh. Okay, so he's dead.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't say that was my bonus action. I should always start with the bonus action attack on that with this weapon, just in case. So I moved 25, so 30, 40, 50, 40. There we go. And because I didn't say that I was using my bonus action, that'll have to be my turn.
Okay.
Because I don't have one more move.
Next up, it is Adira's turn.
Okay. The priestess lady, she was obviously working with Sacerdos. She can die.
You were the one that said you wouldn't kill people.
I said that if they didn't follow
Yeah,
them.
Adira did, not Emmy.
Yeah. Well, Adira I think Adira understands that she was mini boss lady was working with Sacerdos, so it's kind of like, she was gonna fuck us up anyways. You said, okay, the gal the priestess I'm like pulsing on, she's the one who said, "Please spare me," right?
Yep.
Adira's just gonna look over at her and nod.
You're invisible.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Adira's not gonna say anything, and she's just simply gonna throw her javelin at the.
It's just a reverse of the blind man.
Yeah, it is. She nods and forgets she's invisible.
All
She's
right.
gonna
And
attack
you
the
have advantage
paladin.
on the javelin attack.
Great. 25.
25 hits.
7 piercing.
He is bloodied.
Great. My fun little cute.
Emmy, don't you get Divine Strike as a cleric?
Do you mean Divine Smite?
Yeah.
That's
no,
only
as a
for
cleric,
melee attacks.
you get... Oh.
Divine Smite, you have to, I think, specifically
And
do
that's a
melee
paladin.
damage.
Yeah, it's only for melee attacks.
No,
so
no.
that's paladin
Unless-
stuff.
But
Clerics. Clerics should get Divine Strikes, and it's like once per turn.
It's level 8. It's a level 8 cleric thing. She's
Yeah,
she's
I'm not level.
Oh.
Because I took levels in Paladin, so I don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Also, I think Branding Smite might be the only smite that you could argue on a ranged weapon gets to do that, but generally no. So she hit piercing 7, and then her fun little thing is gonna whiz right by the gal. Oh my gosh.
Sacred weapon is going to move past her.
Yeah, I think it was there. Yeah, that's 20 feet. Okay, and then that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay, gotcha. Nice. Next up, it is after Adira. It comes to the priest's turn. He is just sitting on his knees with like his head, his hands covering his head. And that is the priest's turn. Next up, it's Paladin o'clock. Jump. 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 Dash. Whoa. And that's his turn. Next up, jump. Jump. Misty Step. And he is going to try and throw a battle axe where he thinks he saw the javelin materialize before it flew into his companion. So he's making an attack with double disadvantage. Because he is throwing a weapon that isn't meant to be thrown at something he can't see. So he throws his battle axe, and Atira, you just watch as it hits this wall over here.
He also had disadvantage from me
Panache,
getting
that's
in
right.
his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And that's his turn. And next up, it is Arden. It's your go.
Okay. This is the guy with the glaive, right?
Yep.
I'm going to hold out Montoya towards him, say on guard, and let Montoya do its thing. So that's an attack.
Okay.
Okay. Does that hit? No? Yes?
13? No, it does not hit.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Because 10, 20, 30, bonus action, swap to the crossbow. I'm going to shoot this guy in the back.
Okay.
So am I flanking from here?
You would be, yeah.
It's a 16.
16 hits.
Okay.
This
What's
guy falls
What's
into
that?
the water. He is dead. You hit him in like the spine, and he just goes limp into the water, dead. All right, Aster, your turn. Aster? Connor?
I think Connor's not on the call right now.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he might be having difficulties with his mic or setup.
Okay.
We'll come back to him.
Connor?
No.
Connor. Can you
I'm
hear
back.
us?
Yeah, I'm back.
It's your turn.
Sorry. Oh, sharp. Hold on. My roll 20. My internet like completely went out for a second. and-
There's one paladin left. He
How-
is less than 40 feet from you. No, he's exactly 40 feet from you. I apologize.
exactly 40 feet from me. Okay.
He is very bloodied.
Only thing I can do that isn't a spell is frostbite. Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He has failed it.
Haha, that is 2d6 cold damage.
Okay.
I don't know if it rolled 9. 9.
9 is more than enough to put him down.
Can I shatter his body too?
Not cool. His body freezes. It seems like he was maybe he loved warmer days because he falls down on the walkway and some of his fingers shatter off of his arm.
Cool. Enough for me.
And these two priests apologize, and are you willing to let them go?
Yes.
Okay, the two of them.
I'm gonna say, drop anything you have on you.
They both drop a pair of rods.
Give us your chance.
No, stop that.
Oh, what? No.
And you all get Lavina's staff.
Ooh.
That's the most notable loot.
I want to
Oh, I
go.
was telling them to drop their stuff so they couldn't go down and like attack people on the way out. But what did the staff seem to do? It did like radiant damage, right?
You're not sure. It would take some time to figure out.
Okay.
I picked up both their rods.
Okay. You all have a staff and 2 rods. And you
I'm
all
gonna-
make it further into the tower. Are you all interested in taking a short rest before you go much further?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
If we take a short rest, 1,000%.
there is a
I'm-
stairwell, and we will start with a short rest next week. But I need you all to make a decision after a quick scene.
Okay.
Because you come after your short rest, more rested, more ready for battle once more. You come to a large and interesting room.
Oh, more chess.
But this chessboard is life-sized.
We're playing wizards chess.
No, we're not. We're playing something that is unique and cool and not written by someone.
We're playing
who's-
priest chess.
You're playing priest chess. Judas priest chest. Chest. Why did I say chest? But you all walk in and you see a large senior in terms of, rank, priest standing across, and he says, the intruders from Sacerdos's journey into the Temple of the Dead. I have been instructed to allow you to pass, but only after you have spent a little bit of time in the room. Sacerdos is interested in giving a sacrifice to Diori. He is interested in perhaps going back to the old ways before killing was frowned upon in our church. Dior has not been kind to Sacerdos since he began to act his plan. He hopes that by sacrificing you at the top of the tower, he may perhaps gain the favor of our god again by awakening his old strength. So, you may pass, but only when you have defeated me in chase. And you
Hold
see,
on.
you are going to be down 4 pieces. So, if you would not mind, each of you pick which piece you think that you would like to be rid of.
Be rid of? Like, do we have to use their movement and stuff?
Oh, very good. You have intuited my little game.
I also have a quick question for you. You're saying that since the guy whose orders you're following started to do the things that he's been doing that have been, shall we say, a little suspect and different, the god you worship has been looking down on him?
Well, the gods always look down on us, but he has been...
Okay. Let me rephrase. She has been unapproving of his actions. And
he has been quiet.
Oh, okay. So I just want you to hear what you said to us, because I think, like, we don't have any beef with you, man. Like, you're fine, but you need to hear your own words. You literally said that the guy whose orders you're following has made your god go quiet, and your god seems to be upset with him when his actions are pretty different from the other ways that your church has done things. So what you're saying is that you are now disowning your god's very clear intent in order to follow a man. So I just want to make sure that you understand that what you said, everything you said came to me with you saying, I don't care about my God. because you're choosing a man over your god who's shown disapproval of what the man's actions were. You hear that, right?
He stares across at you, and I need you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I feel like that was a persuasive argument.
Yeah.
No, it was. He's just indoctrinated.
Where's my persuasion button? I'm not actually proficient in it, so we'll see. Okay. Here goes nothing. 19!
Very well. I see your point. Perhaps Dior's judgment will be made at the top of the tower, from who climbs back down.
Sure, thanks.
And so
No,
you
I
all
mean,
will have your short rest and be allowed to pass.
cool. Sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to ruin your thing.
No, it's all right.
We can play chess when we come back down if you want. Like, we're always down for a
Nope,
game, right?
this map is being deleted. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Hey, everybody. Please stop by next week on Monday at 6 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time, baby, as the Lions Hope return and they continue their journey north.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I